The legend that is Pat Flynn said something the other day, and I thought, wow, this resonates massively with me. And I'll get to that point in a second. But what he said was, you can sell and serve at the same time. And once he realized that, it was a game changer for him. He used to feel icky selling to his listeners, to his audience, to the people who loved him. And he he didn't feel it right. He felt like he was selling. If he was selling something to his audience, he didn't want to make money from him. But then he realized that he is serving at the same time. For example, I'll give you one example. I have now done well over 2,000 podcasts. Podcasting has changed my life. How did I start podcasting? From Pat Flynn. Pat Flynn brought out a course called Power Up Podcasting, I think it was called. And I took that course. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have this podcast right now. He was a catalyst. And so that for me made a real difference. If he would have never sold it, my life would never have been, it would have gone in a different direction. And so I 100% believe and know it to be true. You can sell and serve at the same time. I have another podcast called Hacking Self-Storage, and we've got quite a few listeners on it. It's the only industry self-storage podcast, and it's becoming quite well known in the industry, in the niche. However, I feel exactly the same as Pat Flynn, that if I brought out a course, then I feel like, oh, look, he's selling it. I just don't feel right doing it. And as soon as Pat Flynn said that, I was like, yes, I need to bring out a course. I maybe need to do a mastermind, because people are asking me, went to the conference, and I must have been asked every single day I was there if I do some private one-on-one consulting. And the answer is no. But why wouldn't I? If I can help people, why wouldn't I do that? It's just that I feel bad by selling my time. I'd rather just help them for free. But I can't help everybody for free. And so at some point, I do need to bring out a course. I need to bring out some courses for self-storage. And I was on somebody else's podcast, and this podcast is in the commercial real estate, and he makes over 6 figures a year from his podcast. And he goes, Dean, you're leaving so much on the table. Why aren't you selling stuff? And he said, I won't even give somebody a link unless without me having an affiliate, having a link, so I get some sort of kickback. So whether it be 30% or 50% of whatever he sells. And I was like, oh, I should really do that. I should have affiliation links. And I don't. And as soon as Pat Flynn said that, you can sell and serve at the same time, it started making me realize that I can serve my audience, and so can you. So can you, so can I. You can sell and serve at the same time. So it was a real eye-opener for me. Right, I just wanted to share it with you guys, because it's important. It's really, really important to me. And I do think that it's going to make over 6 figures a year difference to me now because of that, because I listened to that, because I went on a podcast with somebody else. And you can as well. It's not icky to sell if you are serving, if you are offering value, if your product is good, then you have an obligation to your audience, to your customers, to sell the shit out of it, because it's benefiting them. All right, my friends, I think we need to remember that. Selling isn't bad. It's only bad if you're not offering value. All right, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow.